Hello everyone, Parasite Saiyan back again with more Dragonball Terraria Season 2. Now I know for those that love this series, it's probably Christmas came early for you guys, as you know back-to-back uploads of this series is rare on this channel. Mainly just because this does take the most effort to edit, and it doesn't really see as much engagement as other videos I do post, mainly of course Battles 2. Spoke about that briefly in the last video. Of course 1.06 still isn't out yet. It might be out by the time this video comes out. I kind of doubt it because at this point, I feel like 1.06 is probably going to come out at the end of the month. Anyways, we're starting off this episode with Wall of Flesh. I completely forgot to record my fight with Slime God, so there's that apparently. And so now the only thing I've left to do is to fight Wall of Flesh. I can't really get much stronger than I am now, except for a few accessories, but I figured, that was just kind of pointless to make at this point. I decided, I just really wanted to go into hard mode. So the only thing that I can actually do was just, increase my Zenkai to the max. Now, something I guess you could keep in mind is apparently I wasn't using the most recent update of Dragonball, the Dragonball Calamity add-on mod. Apparently there was an update that I just didn't download that came out, by the time, in between the time where I actually downloaded the game and started playing. So this actually isn't the most up-to-date version, what you're seeing here. The really only mainly just noticeable difference that I guess would make a difference is that there is an item that was added in the most recent update where you can increase your Zenkai cap even further. You can't Zenkai infinitely, of course that'd be incredibly broken. You could increase your health to, just to absurd amounts. You can only increase your Zenkai I think 10 times, that's the max amount. And then there's an item that you can use that increases your Zenkai cap even further, to where I think it's you can actually Zenkai 5 times more, so it'd be max at 15 times once you use it. So of course that is pretty cool. Of course I didn't really make it immediately as I didn't really need to. As you can see, increasing your Zenkai can be a bit annoying at times. It's not really exactly clear what minus 30% health is, because as you can see I got to 28 health and it didn't even start the countdown timer, and the boss could pretty much one-shot me at that point. So it is just a bit yeah, I was looking in my inventory seeing just hey, what am I doing wrong, because of course it's pretty low. Even I got down to what, 22, and now it's starting activating, so of course there's that. I think I did that twice. Yep, I did do it twice. A little jump in time you see there is I actually paused the recording because, of course, just to make it easier for me to edit. Of course, I wasn't really going to show me wasting just I guess what 6 minutes that was, just dedicated to just increasing Zenkai. I mean, I guess I could talk about the mod and the progression and whatnot, but if you really are curious, you can either play it yourself, and I do recommend playing, spread the word, maybe get some other Terraria, larger Terraria YouTubers play, because it's a really well made mod. It's just unfortunate that since it's based around an anime and it doesn't really offer any new bosses, it's not too immensely popular compared to other things like Split, Thorium, Calamity, all those popular ones. I guess Tremor whenever that was around. Shout out to anyone who remembers what Tremor mod was. Now, of course, keep in mind as I'm looking for these Dragon Balls that this is all still preparing for Wall of Flesh. It is a whole lot I'm doing, but just Calamity's death mode is just so much harder than just regular expert mode that it actually warrants the use. If you didn't see season 1, basically with the Dragon Balls you just have the radar in your hand, a little arrow appears, and when you get too close it overloads the radar, as you can see here. So it is a bit of a pain to actually find exactly where the Dragon Ball is. But basically what you want to wish for when going for the Dragon Balls is the two main things you want to wish for is power, and then there's a genetic reshuffle you can do. Well, power obviously increases your max health, and I think your max key as well. So of course I'm going for power. The genetic reshuffle one, in season 1 I had to use the genetic reshuffle in order to use the legendary Super Saiyan technique. Legendary Super Saiyan technique is of course the one that Broly has with the green Super Saiyan form. That's how you get it. You actually do have a very, very small % chance to actually possess the genetics required to use legendary Super Saiyan technique. When you create a character, you can either spawn with the prodigy trait, or there's like some unknown trait that I can't remember the name of that allows you to use the legendary Super Saiyan technique. If you do not have that legendary Super Saiyan trait, you cannot use legendary Super Saiyan technique. Now, of course, you can just skip out legendary Super Saiyan, as there is Super Saiyan God, although you don't unlock Super Saiyan God until you fight the pillars. I didn't really go for Super Saiyan God in season 1. That was kind of the regret of mine. I didn't really get to fully see or test the form out, as soon as I could, I just went for legendary Super Saiyan. So in this series, you'll see I probably won't go for legendary Super Saiyan, even though there is unique weapons for it. I'm not really sure if it cuts out Ultra Instinct if you do go for it. As you can see, I spawned Wall of Flesh early yet again. I'm assuming it's Calamity, but just the increased death rate, not death rate, the increased drop rate, or not drop rate, spawn rate actually, of the guide voodoo demons is a bit annoying and just a bit too much. It is nice that I don't have to wait around for like 15 minutes to look for one guide voodoo demon, then only just to die in like 5 seconds to Wall of Flesh. It's nice, but it accidentally, at least in a situation like this where I end up spawning Wall of Flesh even though I'm just not ready for it. So jump cutting a bit forward into the future, I've increased my Zenkai even further to 490. I didn't go for 400, or if not 400, 500, which is an odd decision by me. What am I doing? Well, basically, in order to unlock Super Saiyan 2, you need to master Super Saiyan 1. Now, I can't actually go Super Saiyan 2 right now, but I figured it'd probably be best if I just started to work on Super Saiyan 2 right now. I need to master Super Saiyan 1 in order to reach Super Saiyan 2. So the way you really do that is, of course, it's just by staying in the Super Saiyan form. Now, I assume the most efficient way is to actually fight, because you can increase Super Saiyan by taking damage in the form. But I figured, that's a bit slow, as I can't really stay in Super Saiyan 1 for too long, because of course it drains my ki, and the best I can do against is King Slime. So the best strategy was just go in Super Saiyan, just have King Slime just beat me around, go back to the nurse, and then just do that all over again. But of course there's a chance that the nurse dies by doing this, so I figured it'd probably just be easier if I just stood here and just had the nurse heal me every time I ran out of ki. It's not the most interesting way to do it, but it's really just kind of the best way. And of course, as you can see in the corner down there, I leveled up my mastery. Now that was, I guess, just enough for me. I didn't really just want to immediately go and grind out the whole way, so yeah. Here I present to you probably the most frustrating moment throughout the entire series. Yeah, as you can see, I got Wall of Flesh down to 0.4% health. Literally just one more use of Destructo Disc or Hellzone Grenade would have taken him down. So what am I doing is I'm basically seeing if I can catch up to him before he crosses the entire underworld. Since there aren't any enemies that spawn because he's still here, I really just wanted to see if I could just go and deal the final blow just as fast as possible. So I'm using just all my ki, just flying to see if I can reach him before he manages to cross. It's a bit annoying having this be the case. I think this is the closest I've been to killing a boss before I've died, and it's just kind of annoying. I'm going to fight him again if I can't catch up to him in time. I unfortunately wasn't able to catch up to him in time, but I guess here is the final attempt of me beating Wall of Flesh. So now we've done it. We've gotten into hard mode. This is probably the most interesting part of Dragonball Terraria Calamity, as I can now actually just start, like, I guess just seriously, I guess just like powering up my character. Like, you'll be surprised of how much, it's just locked behind, like, just hard mode in general. Like, even the beginning of hard mode with, like, post mech bosses, there still is a fair bit you can do in order to, like, just become stronger. So, well, the first thing, as you can see, is, of course, I need to go and mine again. It's start hard mode, is always a bit slow, a bit uninteresting, since the first thing you'll generally want to do is you'll just want to go and smash the demon altars with your pawn hammer, and then of course you want to mine just barely enough to obtain a cobalt or palladium pickaxe. Then you want to do the same thing for orichalcum / mithril, and then you want to do the same thing to make a full set of adamantite or titanium armor, as well as a pickaxe. And of course, at the start of hard mode, you unlock a new key crystal. I think this one is called the prideful or angerful key crystal. I can't remember which one it is. Really the only thing interesting here is, of course, Trunks' sword. You unlock the scatter shot with that, and that's just basically about it. There's the spirit ball, but that's a bit slow, although the one upside that technique has, if it's a key positive technique pretty much no matter what, since you do have access to Q generation in early hard mode. Because the use time for the spirit ball is so slow, it's always a key positive as long as you have, like, just some key regeneration. It doesn't even have to be a whole lot, it's just some. Also, there's Trunks' sword, but I mean, most bosses in pre-hard mode are kind of difficult to hit with a sword, especially one that doesn't shoot a projectile and has very short range. So I mean, it's basically just there to take out, just small enemies. It really isn't very good on bosses. And, Yajirobe's katana is actually pretty strong, and I could pretty much use it throughout the rest of hard mode, I figured. And it's pretty much like the easiest upgrade I can make, so it'd probably be worth it to make it. And now, as you can see, I ended up getting a rod, a discord. This was taken, just very far in advance. Now, I'm just gonna spoil it here. I'm pretty sure the drop rate for this item in particular is like massively increased in Calamity or some other mod I have installed, as I ended up getting like 2 that dropped in a row. Now, the rod of discord is incredibly rare. I can't remember the stat off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure odds like this, like it dropping like 2 in a row and just having like was a 5 in my inventory, odds like that is just like probably like 1 in quadrillion or something like that. The odds of that is very low and incredibly unlikely, so I assume that the drop rate for this is massively increased. I'm not sure why. It's probably to spawn that one super boss at the very end of Calamity mod. And I'm gonna end the video here with me having dream speedrunning luck. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, give a like, comment, subscribe. Next video of this series will probably be a semi boss rush episode, as of course, the next bosses that come up is, well, Cryogen and the Mech bosses. And these aren't really fought, too far apart. Cryogen does spawn 1 new ore, which can be found pretty easily since actually the ore actually glows, and so it's very easy to see whenever it's around. So yeah, that's it. Look forward to that episode, I guess. I will be uploading more Battles 2 content, but just at the moment it's not really too enjoyable to play.